Hey guys, so just wrapped up pretty easy by our standards, an 11-mile run this morning. I think the pace was like 8-minute miles this morning. It is Saturday, September 27th, or August 27th. I don't want to wish the summer away at all. I don't know where September came to me. I've been really enjoying the summer, so I'd rather it not end. But yeah, so I'll let September come when September comes. But yeah, so this we wrapped up our 11-mile run this morning, pretty easy by our standards. One of our final long runs before we have to start winding the distance down and upping the intensity for cross-country season. Our building phase is definitely starting to come to an end. As I told you guys back in the first episode of the MRSR UNCUT series, we were trying to actually build for cross-country, and I mean, now we're basically trying to cut down for cross-country. But as you guys know, I will be going into middle school, so I will be running cross-country there, and even with Gerda Lowell, cross-country starts in about 2 weeks. So this is probably our last long run. We might be able to get one in next weekend, but it all depends on how the schedule looks for cross country. But this may be our last long run for a little while. So before we get into my dad's stats and before we let my dad talk about his run, I'm gonna be a little bit greedy today. I'm gonna talk about my run first. So I felt good today. My legs, the knee has pretty much gone away. The entire knee problem has basically gone away. I felt it a little bit through like the first half mile to 5 minutes of the run, and then by like 5 minutes into the run, the knee problem was over. So legs felt pretty good today, and then by the end of the run, they got a little bit sore. But obviously, when you're running 11 miles, your legs are bound to get sore. Otherwise, you probably did it wrong, or you're just incredibly trained. Either way, your legs are probably going to get sore one way or another. I didn't have many problems with my breathing. My breathing felt good. Once again, quick tip for the breathing. Don't think about it too much. Just let your body roll naturally and do what it does best. And yeah, that's probably really, and no stomach problems today either. I did not have any stomach problems today. But the stomach felt good, no nauseous, didn't feel like I was going to throw up on myself, which can sometimes happen to me on an 11-mile run. Because it is so long, there is so much time for that food to come back on you. So breakfast did not come back on me today, which was very good, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, that's probably all I have to say for that. For the stats, but overall, the run went good with those kind of things. Today for the stats, let me pull them up. My watch is taking a little bit longer today than normal. Run, we started at 8:12 this morning. The distance was 11.11 miles. Make a wish if you'd like. 1.11.11. That's kind of coincidental how all the numbers are actually the same. The time was 1:29:17. So not the quickest time for 11 miles, but again, these long runs aren't really about speed. They're more about the fact of just getting the mileage in. The pace was 8:03. So it was 8:03. That is slower than we run during the week. Again, the week runs are also faster because they're shorter. But what the good thing about that is, on the bright side, it felt super, super comfortable today. It didn't even feel like I had run 11 miles. I actually asked my dad at 6 miles or something, right as we were hitting the hills. I asked him how much we had, or he told me how much we had run, and I thought it was maybe 4 miles. He told me it was 6, so that was a surprise to me. It just proves if you're comfortable, the run can fly by so much faster than if you're strained and not comfortable. Burned 684 calories today. Average heart rate was 157. That is a pretty good heart rate for me, especially for 11 miles. To keep that averaging, I didn't start the watch early, so you know that's accurate. To average under 160 is pretty solid. Maximum 183. That was mostly when we went up the hills and maybe at the beginning of the run, possibly at the end of the run. The cadence was 192, so that's pretty average for me as well. My cadence typically is between 190 and 195, sometimes getting up to 200. Max cadence can sometimes be up to 200, 240 or 250, but that's during a race. Ascent and descent today was completely off. The incline and the decline. The incline said it was 2,175 feet or 2,175 feet, completely off. The decline said it was 2,191 feet or 2,191 feet. Those are completely off. Strava is very good with evening out some things. Maybe Strava will have better accuracy on that, but I don't think Strava will have any better accuracy. Let me pull the rest of the stats up for you guys. The watch just was mean on me and it got rid of the stats. Takes a second to get these stats up. But yeah, so that incline and decline was definitely not accurate. So don't listen to the incline and the decline. Even on Strava, it's not going to be right. Now to the mile splits, if I can pull those up. Lap or mile 1 was 8:09.71. Lap or mile 2 was 8:01.41. Lap or mile 3 was 7:40.81. So you can tell there's definitely a dip there. That was when the course flattened out and when it got flatter. Lap or mile 3 was 7:40. Lap or mile 4 was 8:50.34. Lap or mile 5 was 7:41.28. Lap or mile 6 was 8:08.65. So you can see lap 3 and 5 were definitely either I went faster or they were probably flatter parts of the course, no hills. Lap or mile 6 was 8:08.65. Lap or mile 7 was 7:52.71, so again, flattened out a little bit. Lap or mile 8 was 8:03.57. You can say we hit the hills. Lap or mile 9 was 7:57.08, so you can definitely tell. I think that was a cumulative of more downhills than uphills. So that's why we ran a little bit under 8. Lap or mile 10 was 8:07.42. So you can hit the hills again. And then lap 11, or lap or mile 11 was 7:52.80. So you can definitely tell that by the time we got to mile 11, it definitely flattened out. And then the last lap or mile 12, the last 0.11 was 52.10 seconds. So you can definitely tell some of those miles, you could tell where we dipped, where we went up hills, where the course was flat, where the course was more downhill. Typically the times when we went under 8 minutes, the course was either flat or downhill, more flatter downhill. And then when the time went over 8 minutes, typically that was when we hit the more strenuous hills, and when we had the majority of the mile was the hills. But yeah, so that's basically all I have for the stats. So just to round up the run, no leg problems. The knee problem went away within half mile, 5 minutes of the run, so that was good. No stomach problems. The breakfast did not come back at me, so that's good. Especially doing 11 miles, it can definitely sometimes haunt you a little bit. And then breathing, pretty good. Again, don't think about it. Let your breathing flow naturally. That's a tip for the breathing. And that's probably all I have to really say for my run. But now, again, away from my run, because I've talked for 7.5 minutes now. My dad, he also ran the run with me. He definitely kept me contained. He definitely suggested some different things. We also ran on a cross-country trail today. So Grassy Pond did about a half-mile cross-country trail run. But yeah, so I'm going to let my dad talk a little bit about how his run went and how he thought the run came out. So you?
Yeah, I think overall, I think it went well. It's nice to get out and go long. So we got about 11 miles in. Average pace, didn't push too much. Like you said, we got out in the cross-country course for a little bit, which was nice. But I thought overall it was nice. It was smooth. We tried to hit as many hills as possible. We'll try to start working the hills a little bit more this fall for cross-country. And other than that, I think overall it went well. I mean, fairly smooth, no issues. Weather's nice. Not too much else to say. I liked it. I thought it went good.
Yeah, I think it went good too. What you guys say?
That's all I got for today.
All right, sounds good. All right, so that's probably going to wrap it up for today, guys. Great run today, went long. We'll be starting to dial down the mileage, so I will tell you guys about that in future episodes, but that's probably going to do it up for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Also, go check out Strava runs in the description below. That will have down in the description below. That will have all the info for it. For this run, go check out the most recent episode and all the episodes of the MRSR UNCUT series down below. There's a playlist on YouTube titled MRSR UNCUT series. If you go to my YouTube channel, Mike Roberts Shooter Runs, go to the playlist section and hit that playlist, MRSR UNCUT series. You'll find every episode. I think we're on the 15th episode, maybe the 14th or 15th episode now. So it's pretty impressive how we've gotten this far without missing a day. But yeah, so I have missed a few days, but I have never missed a day of filming. I have missed a few days of editing, but you know, that's I've never missed a day of filming. But yeah, so that's probably going to do it up for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have fun, always run, never give up your dreams. Know that hard work always pays off eventually, even if not right away. I have had that happen before. And peace out, guys. See you tomorrow.